People deserve the best care that we can give them.
Arlene has been with Dental Works for years and years, and she's the longest OR tech that they have, and she is also the very best that they have.
I've been at Hygiene about 18 years, and I started considering this in high school, probably my 11th to 12th grade year. I was actually at a dental visit getting my teeth cleaned. And so I asked the hygienist, she asked me what I was planning to do for college, and I said, well, I'm thinking about dental assisting, you know. She says, go for hygiene. They pay more. So as I sat in the chair, I messed with the equipment, which was intriguing, and so here I am. I have a few favorite parts. One would be just the interactions that I have with my patients and getting to know them over the course of years, because I've actually been here at this practice for about 13 years. And so over the course of the years, I've watched the kids grow up, I've watched different patients marry, have babies, and so it's good to have that interaction. But I think I would say the most rewarding would be when I have a very difficult periodontal case. Someone comes in, they haven't seen the dentist in a while, and there's a lot of tartar buildup. So actually going in, removing that tartar, and then seeing them a few months later and seeing where the tissues are healed up, nice and healthy. That's a good feeling. Early on, it was more of a challenge, just because I didn't feel very confident and just kind of wondering, especially with me coming from a small town where there was a lot of racism. But being in a bigger city like Raleigh, Durham, it still exists, but I think with time and confidence, I have felt confident about stating this is what you need, blah, blah, blah. And I think that my passion for the field, my knowledge of the field, pretty much speaks for itself.
Inspired me is when I was young, I needed braces, and I had a overbite and used to had a protruding upper jaw, so I needed braces. And after I got the braces off, I started feeling good about myself, and started looking better. And it then dawned on me that if just having a nice, pretty smile can do all that for you, then that's what I wanted to do as a profession. Making people feel people feel comfortable and first relaxed about coming to the dentist. Most people have a negative impression about going to the dentist. So first of all, it is about making them feel comfortable. And then secondly, it is about providing the much needed dental care that they may need, whether it is a cleaning, filling, extraction, root canal, whatever is needed, that I can provide that service for them. It's the general challenges that you face for dentistry. At first is the expense factor. It is rather expensive to set up a dental practice. So for instance, this operatory may cost roughly about $30,000 just to set up. So the expense factor is one of the things, and two, also as a person of color, there used to be an old stereotype where we don't do work as good as the other major race. So for having my patients come in and believe in me and believe that I can do as good a quality as work as anyone else in the profession. From a general health perspective, if you don't take care of your teeth, you can get gum disease, which is periodontal disease that can lead to other major issues, cavities, and also heart disease as well. to dentistry also, we are one of the last original entrepreneurs, meaning after dental school, we can come out, set up shop for wherever we want to, and patients come to us though to know. So we are one of the original entrepreneurs. You have to enjoy what you do.
When I grew up in Washington, D.C., and I went to school at an all-women's college in Massachusetts, Mount Holyoke College. And when I went there, I had planned to be a biology major, and I wanted to be a high school biology teacher. But one of the deans of students talked to me one day as a freshman and mentioned dentistry. She said it was a wide open field at that time, you know, for women. It would be a great opportunity. And in dentistry, you get a chance to teach. And so once she mentioned it to me, I said, okay, I'll try it out. So I became a pre-dental student. I think that there are a lot of opportunities in dentistry. You have the dentist, of course. You also have the hygienist. The hygienist is the person that cleans your teeth. You can get a 4-year degree to become a hygienist, or you can go directly to one of the community colleges and get a hygiene degree. That's a good field too. The dental laboratory technology field is good. That's the person that makes the teeth, that does the crowns and the bridges and the partials and dentures. So there are a lot of options in dentistry. I think dentistry has really changed over time, and now that we have more people who are interested in not only the cosmetic side of things, but they're also interested in taking care of their general health. I think dentistry has moved into a mainstream in medicine now, because now we realize that there's that relationship between your oral health and your general health. How your oral health, your periodontal health can affect your heart. It can affect stroke possibilities. Now they've even made a connection between oral health and the bacteria in your mouth and Alzheimer's. Been in the dental field a long time, and I still thoroughly enjoy it because it's always changing, and I'm always learning and learning new techniques.
One day in the cafeteria, my best friend went, "Well, I think I'm going to dental school." I looked at him and said, "Me too." So there was that.
Awesome, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Now, how important is good dental hygiene and oral care?
Good oral hygiene is very, very important. One, you need to keep your mouth healthy. And now there are a lot of diseases being linked between oral health and systemic health. A lot of heart conditions are being linked now to bacteria that's involved in periodontal disease, which is an oral disease. And it's just nice to keep your own teeth. So you have to maintain the health to be able to keep your own teeth. We can do some pretty good things in replacing teeth, but nothing works as well as what you're born with.
In terms of a person of color, I probably am not as keenly aware of that now that I've been established a while. I think when I first became a dentist, women were fairly new to the profession, and of course, you know, a black woman was fairly new. When I first started and I was in a clinical setting, most of the time the patients would assume that I was a dental assistant or someone else, an auxiliary person. They just would not automatically assume you're the doctor. And even now, occasionally, if my colleague, like a male, is with me, the patient will look and automatically assume that the male is the doctor. But I don't find that as much anymore because, you know, I am established, I'm a lot older, so people sort of are used to having a female dentist, and so they sort of expect that I am the dentist when they get here. So, I would say as a person of color, I don't see it as much as I did in the beginning of establishing a career.
I've tried to live my life never to let my race affect very much of what I do. I've grown to see and learn that it does in ways, but I don't even like when people refer to me as a black dentist, because I'm not a black dentist. I'm a black man who's licensed to practice dentistry in the state of North Carolina, just like any other dentist. I'm not a black dentist. I'm Moses Watson III, who is licensed by the state of North Carolina to practice dentistry. And I don't discriminate against any patient for any particular reason. In fact, I was offended in dental school. One of the supply reps stopped me at a mailbox this one day, and he asked me this question. He goes, "Are you only going to treat black people?" And first I thought, well, maybe he does think I'm just stupid. But that was a natural question he asked me. And for many, many years I didn't do any business with that company. But my smart remark to him was, no, I'm only going to treat Koreans born in Japan. But he actually asked me that question. But it's not about a race thing. It's about doing quality care for whatever patient entrusts their care to you.
I ended up staying 13 years on the state dental board. And I did, I think, a lot of things on the board. Became president of the board, and secretary of the board, and also the examination chairman of the board. I'm trying to encourage youngsters to go to dental school because I think it's a great profession. I think they can do well, and I think they can make a good life for themselves depending on, how they treat the profession. The profession will always treat them well, and it helps people.
You all have, I think young people have a great advantage now. And the advantage is a lot of times you can go shadow a dentist. You can go look at perhaps even a dental lab, talk to them about doing some hands-on things. Getting all your dental classes, your prerequisites out of the way, that's pretty routine. But I think going out into the field and spending some time with a dentist, and not just in private practice, but you might want to look at a hospital setting, because there are dentists in hospital settings, there are dentists in clinics, and in public health facilities. So my advice would be to go out, to talk, be aggressive. I have a young lady that recently came to shadow us, and she's interested in going to dental school. She went on the website and looked up the email information for the dean of the dental school, and she emailed the dean directly. That's being aggressive. She didn't just go through admissions. She spoke with the dean, and she's been talking back and forth, and he's been giving her advice on how to get in dental school there.
And I encourage anyone who wants a good profession to go into dentistry. There's so many phases that you can get into that it would stagger your imagination, and there's a lot of need in our community, especially the black community. There's a lot of need for dentists, dental care persons, hygienists, dental assistants. So we could use all of that because the community is definitely in very dire need of help in the dental phase of health.
Visit some offices and just research it. Go talk to people at dental school, talk to dental students, just to really see if it's what you really like and if you're going to be a good fit to the profession.
There are a lot of things going on. The dentistry is a very good and thriving profession, and I think the more youngsters we can get to go into it, I think the better. And we need more, especially minorities. So there's so many directions you can go and help. And as I said, we need help.